Drum roll, please. Whoop, 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 whoop. And just like that, everybody, planting 2025 begins. Well, for me anyway. Dad started yesterday when I was spreading fertilizer. But yeah, my turn today. I can't wipe the smile off my face even if I tried, so it's going good. I'm a couple rounds into it here. Turning around can be intense. It all can be intense, but especially the first field, first go around again. Each year I just gotta let it come back to me, but it's going good. All right, everybody, I'm just getting it set here, and then I'm going to start chatting to you all about the planter. Okay, we're good to go. Checking my RPMs. Okay, planter. Okay. Anywho, this is the 1245 Case IH planter. For those of you who don't know, it is 23 rows being planted right now of beans. Could be a 12-row corn planter, but we're using it for beans. And we are no-tilling, if you can't tell, but there's no worked ground here. With no-till, we have found that, well, in our area, it's area dependent for sure, but in our area, central Minnesota, we found that 15-inch spacing actually works pretty darn good for us. I know we're kind of like the only ones in our area, though. Our local dealership hasn't even sold a planter for 15-inch rows, so we're kind of a rare case out here, but it seems to be working for us. And I know, like, you know, you can do 22-inch rows, you can do 30. A lot of guys do 30 around here, I feel like, but this one here is 15-inch rows. Something a little bit about the planter being no-till. How do we do that? You know, we got corn stalks out here. Are we driving on the row? Are we planting right on the row of the previous year that was corn? Nope, no we're not. We offset the row like 7.5 inches so that we're not actually planting right on that corn stalk. In fact, it might not even plant sometimes if that were to happen. Of course, you've got hills. Like right now, I'm going downhill and having to turn up onto a hill. So you do have a little bit of shifting here and there. That's normal. Not much you can do about that, but it is set up to go, you know, 2 units there between the row. Because this is for our bean ground, of course. Corn, we're 30-inch rows on corn. That is why we're getting like 2 between there. So yeah, I'm climbing the hill here. It's adventurous. Our ground is it's not like super heavy right here, and it's kind of rolly. It's not super flat. I'm kind of jealous of the guys who run in the flat ground, but it also gives me a learning curve, so can't complain. There we go. But yeah, just a little bit about the planter. Obviously it's bulk fill there, and our corn planter is a mounted planter. You'll see plenty of videos of that, but this one of course has air hoses. Then, you know, it has air, it has the blower that blows the seed. Well, it needs vacuum for that, of course, but the blower blows the seed to each individual row unit there, each whatever box or whatever you want to call it. So that seed is being, you know, individually where it needs to be, but it's of course filled, bulk fill. Those are the two gray things you see back there. That's full of seed right now. Coming up on a little waterway here. Think we're okay. You never know if there's rocks in them. I'm gonna pick it up the next pass there when I really go through it, but that was just the edge, so we're good. Yeah, with this planter, there's two vacuums. Of course, the air blower. There's the compressor that we're actually having trouble on, but Dad got that fixed. It was just nonstop, not shutting off, but that is fixed. Year number 2 with this machine, so still some kinks to be figured out in it, but overall not too bad. Pro 700 monitor here running with. Yay and nay. It does not be quiet at all. At all. This one here is just for the auto steer. I do have that going, so I can control all this other things. It's constantly, this screen here, the Pro 700, constantly telling me when the clutch row, you know, is shut off. And of course it's supposed to be. So it's kind of silly that way. Like, I don't need to know that. I already know that. If anybody has tricks on how to get that thing to be quiet, let me know. Because that would be very nice. So sometimes I just leave that up, unfortunately, just so it's quiet in the cab. But of course I need to see the stuff behind those pop-ups to really know for sure how things are rolling. But yeah, I'll dive into it more in different videos, but I figured I'd just share what I'm up to today. I'm so excited because it is the first day of beans for me. Dad did beans yesterday, but this is the first day for beans for me. It's a Sunday, and we're expected to get a lot of rain tomorrow. We haven't had much rain, so honestly, this is great because the field is just fit. We are doing beans before corn. We have not started corn at all. And typically we would actually do corn first. So we're gonna give it a whirl. Dad's done it in the past this way. I have not, and not with this planter. We've drilled beans in the past, but I wanna see how this works. Fingers crossed. Putting beans in for corn, central Minnesota. Let's do it. Here I'm going through the waterway, just gonna pick it up. There we go. Don't need to really plant in there, but as soon as I get out of it, I'm going to put it back down here. Want to get the beans, obviously the most acres you can, so I'll show you up close like where everything's kind of located. Probably a different video. It's probably getting long already on the first day, but so much to say. There's so much to say on the first day, but yeah, I'm just gonna keep rolling and I'll see what else I show you today. What do you think? Should I try it? That's a big no. We'll plant next to it though. That's pretty much determined itself a wetland, so the rest of the ground really is honestly good. It just, that spot has nowhere to drain, nowhere to go, the water, so yeah. Just farm around it. Couple of raindrops. I don't know. I'd like to continue all day yet, but we'll see. There we go, finish the field. What are we gonna do next? Taking it home though. This thing's intense on the road. Seed tender. A little bit left in the boxes. Time to fill. Something I rarely get to do nowadays, ride buddy seat, but doing it right now. Riding along with Dad here, doing the last field of beans for the day. Talk about a crazy shaped field. Woo, duh.